In May we held the first of two Phuket sundowners at the delightful Twin Palms Hotel on Surin Beach. Starting with spectacular sunsets, the events were enjoyed by 100 or so patrons. Sincere thanks to our sponsors. Both events were preceded by well-attended business seminars, led and organised by Saeed Zaki, who recently received his doctorate from the prestigious Asian Institute of Technology. Dr. Saeed also led our efforts on sustainable development during the year, which included 2 CSR supplements in our monthly Advance magazine. Steve Brajak continued to support us as our Phuket coordinator, and in 2008 we appointed another coordinator, Harry Usher. There is keen interest in the Chamber's activities on the island, and we hope to capitalise on this during 2009. In 2008, our efforts to reach out and engage Thai alumni gained considerable momentum, led by Kun Seksan Tamakun. We were also very well supported by Australian Educational International Head Anne Reynolds and Deputy Director Kun Watani. 4 alumni nights were held during the year, including one at the Ambassador's residence. We again thank our corporate and venue sponsors for their support. During the year, we built our alumni database from nothing to well over 150 individuals. The Chamber sees it as vital to meet the challenges of engaging this very large and important group, and they provide enormous potential for the future of our Chamber. The Chamber's presence on the Eastern Seaboard continued to be strong, led by hard-working local coordinators Paul White and Paul Wilkinson. We held 8 sundowners in Pattaya, often preceded by site visits, and these events remain popular with both Eastern Seaboard and Bangkok patrons. We are very grateful for the support of our corporate sponsors and of our venue sponsors. A highlight of the year was the annual ESB Charity Golf Tournament, attracting a full field of players and a large number of generous sponsors. The day raised over 150,000 baht, which was donated to the worthy Chameleon Centre. Eastern Seaboard Sundowners was enhanced by the symbiotic relationship with the Automotive Focus Group, which held its meetings immediately prior. George Stramp stepped down as chairman this year, and Mike Diamanti took the reins. We thank all those who participated for both their interest and support. Later in June, we bid farewell to Bill and Helen Patterson. Our relationship with the Embassy developed well during the Ambassador's term, and he left behind a top-class team, including Bronte Mools, Glenn Connell and Michaela Browning. We were then delighted to welcome the new Ambassador, His Excellency Paul Grigson, along with new Senior Trade Commissioner Maureen Lamb. We continued to work closely with the Embassy team for the rest of the year, although it was an extremely busy period for them in the wake of local political issues and the airport closures. On behalf of AustCham, I would like to thank both ambassadors and the Embassy team for the outstanding support they have provided to the Chamber, and indeed the whole Australian community. We are very proud of our strong links with the Embassy, and we hope to maintain these going forward. Although our links with strategic organisations in Australia remain important, they were less active than in previous years. This reflects issues arising from Thai political instability and with other countries in the region growing relatively more attractive. We look forward to using latest technologies to help revitalise our Australian links. During 2008, we did though improve links in the immediate region, most notably by starting regular supplements in our Advance magazine covering activities in Cambodia, Laos and Vietnam. These issues are also distributed within those countries, thus facilitating a sharing of news and also providing an excellent opportunity for members to increase their profile across the region. We started July with a luncheon in honour of Australian Minister for Foreign Affairs, Stephen Smith, followed by a luncheon with Victorian State Minister for Agriculture, Joe Helper, and a breakfast briefing with Australian Minister for Resources and Energy and Minister for Tourism, Martin Ferguson. Our events program, under the watchful eye of Peter Emlyn, continued to focus on quality rather than quantity. This year we launched the popular Information Bite luncheon format, which, by having a buffet-style lunch in easy-to-get-to locations, allowed attendees to attend business briefings that took up much less time. We continued our breakfast briefings, introduced by Martin Kyle in 2007, as well as a program of pre-Sundowners briefings that included updates by the Embassy on the scope of their activities in Thailand, and new members briefings to provide a quick overview of the Chamber's services. Later in the year, we researched and tested facilities for internet-based briefings, or webinars. These briefings can reach members who can't attend our regular events. The briefings can also be replayed on demand anywhere in the world. I am pleased to report that our first webinar, held last week, was a very successful event with participants from Phuket, Japan, Taiwan and Australia. The 14th Annual Business Awards were held in August at the Grand Hyatt Hotel with the support of our event sponsors. We thank them, the independent judges, event organiser John Anderson and his subcommittee for their efforts, which resulted in another great evening. The worthy recipients were Business of the Year, Bangkok Hospital Medical Centre, Best SME, Oogonia, Best Employer, Kingsgate Consolidated, Environmental Excellence, BLCP Power, Best Services Company, Woods Bagot Thailand, Best Exporter, West Walls Carpets, and Best Manufacturer, Boss Chassis Systems. We were also pleased to introduce the inaugural Young Thai Alumni Award, presented to Dr. Nam Tantuanit. The President's Award was received by Barry Peterson, MC. Another classy souvenir booklet was produced to further highlight the Business Awards, and each month an award recipient has been featured in advance. In August, our Executive Director for the last 3.5 years, Martin Kyle, left us to take up a new opportunity in industry. Martin had been an integral part of the Chamber's strong growth and development during that period. His personable style and willingness to engage members in dialogue was a great strength for the Chamber, and a major part of the high membership growth that we enjoyed during that period. We wished Martin well, and welcomed temporary Executive Director David Cole.